Hello there folks and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. Today it's time for the quarter-final of the Evergrande China Championship against Stephen Maguire. I think this is a really good opportunity in this tournament to take some good prize money home and hopefully increase our ranking. We only got 32,000 for winning the snooker shootout, so this is one of the most lucrative tournaments of the season and we've definitely got a chance against Stephen Maguire, because if we look at the competitive record against Maguire, in the last 4 matches we've played against him, we have beaten him. That started in the last 16 at the Coral World Grand Prix in Season 1. We beat him by 3 frames to 1. We also beat him in the quarterfinals of the Shanghai Masters last season by 6 frames to 2. And then beat him in the Scottish Open and Dafabet Masters at the last 16 by 3 frames to 0 on both occasions. So I've got a lot of confidence coming into this match, but we shouldn't be overconfident. I really think we'd be given a good draw. We faced Ryan Day in the last 32, who's funnily enough ranked 17th. That was quite a tough draw for the last 32. Then we faced Bingham in the last 16, he's 16th in the rankings. And now we faced Stephen Maguire, who's 15th in the rankings. So quite funny how that's worked out. But we mustn't be overconfident in this match, because it's a really good chance, and if we don't take it, I'd be absolutely gutted. It's £32,000 the prize for getting just to the semi-finals. And if we can get past that, it's 75k, I think. And then 150,000 winning the tournament. So it's a huge tournament, a huge chance. And we are starting to play well, so this should really be a good opportunity, and hopefully we can keep our focus and take it. But I'm glad you guys are enjoying so far. I'm recording a little while ahead, but the viewing figures on the videos that are going out at the moment, which is the Shanghai Masters stuff, is absolutely fantastic. You guys really seem to be enjoying, and that is fantastic to see. That's what I make the content for you guys to enjoy. I love making the content, so for you guys to love it as well is an absolute win-win. But it was Stephen Maguire to break first. That was a good break off from Maguire. Can't think what Maguire's nickname is, to be honest. That's not a bad safety. But it does leave the red on. Potentially. Yeah, it does. Just a little bit unlucky there. I'm going to look up Stephen Maguire's nickname, because I've completely forgotten. Ooh, oh, I thought he'd missed the red then. And he's just about got onto the black. Hit that a little bit harder or softer and it was all over. No, not Stephen Maguire the barrister. On fire, live wire, Maggie, the Milton Mangler, the Maverick. We'll call him the Maverick. That's probably the best one to go with. The man of Milton. God. Yeah, we'll go with the Maverick. So he's off to a start here. This is a tricky blue, but he's potted it, so he looks good. And he's just about got it right for this red. So, I mean, I'd say he's over-queuing a little bit. But he's getting away with it.
Does it? 17.
But that's end of break. Didn't get on that one red. It was a tricky one to get on, being there was only one opportunity. But he's played a good safety there. But again, we're just going to play nice and safe.
Excellent safety shot.
Up and down the table, back up to the bulk cushion. Certainly doesn't leave that loose red, I don't think. No. Don't think Maguire really wants to be in this position. Sure, he's got 17 points, which he might not have got, but ultimately he didn't really want to be facing safety ball. But that is a good shot, and don't hit the jaw. And I don't... Ooh, have we got away with that? No, we haven't. I don't think, anyway.
Really the result he was after.
That was a little bit poor. If we hadn't have hit the jaw, we'd have been just fine, I think. We'd have tucked up behind one of the colours at the top. On the bulk cushion, but he's missed the red. He's played that just too hard, but he's got away with it. Not left anything on here. So he's definitely got away with that. Oh, we're not going to hit the jaw again, are we? God, it's our best friend at the moment. The only saving grace is that that red ball is really close to the cushion. So he's not going to go for it. It's quite a handsome safety, that, actually. I like that.
That's an excellent shot.
So no pot on the board for us so far. Maguire's playing some good stuff. So any complacency we might well have had has soon gone.
So he's looking to play safe again. This is fascinating.
It is. Nice and soft on that. It's going to hit the yellow full ball. But once again gets away with it. There's no obvious potting chance here. And in fact, he's really got away with it.
He's playing the safety shot here.
This is a risky one. And I did think it was a little bit too soft. But at the same token, where Maguire got away with it,
Well, that's not worked out quite as he intended it to.
I think we do as well. Unless he's going to try and play a pot. I didn't think he was. And now with the black over that pocket, I don't see an end to this.
He'll be pleased with that. Pace will be very important with this shot.
That could be the end though. That being said, the blue might block his route to that red. And given that there is another red there as well,
Excellent safety.
so that's turned out to be a good safety in the end. And my God, I haven't had a safety battle like this for a long time. I know you can't re-rack in this game, but it feels like you ought to. Is there room for that red? Not quite. Is there room for the red next to it? It's so close. And we could play a plant, but I just don't think it's worth the risk. But at least we've got the comfort as the man taking the shot now that there's not really going to be anything that gets in the way, but that red has been moved. But back up to the bulk cushion, and this is getting very tight. He might well try and go for the cut into the middle pocket, but it's a little tricky. God, I've never had a safety battle like this before. And that's a cracking shot. Really nice shot from Maguire. There's nothing simple we can play here. This red will go. And I fancy it, you know. I really do. I'm going to take a punt, I think.
Well, it goes. Half a chance.
It's tricky. But yeah, I think it's worth a punt. Gently does it. If it will know pretty well straight away. I don't think that's going to go, is it? Or is it? Oh, what a pot. Great pot. But that was played with an element of safety. There was a reason for that. Because I knew we'd missed that blue. Deary me. And where's this cue ball? It's probably better if it does go into the pocket, you know.
Neil Robertson, 1.
I don't know if you can... I don't know how close that is to the pocket. Can he get to the red? I don't know if we have gotten away with that.
This is a half chance.
He can get to the one to the middle pocket, though. Oh, and he's missed that!
Not this time.
Well, this frame is a frame that just keeps on giving. Goodness me. I haven't seen anything like this. In fact, I don't think in any of the 130 odd episodes in Snooker 19 that I've played.
Tremendous shot.
He's lost the cue ball a touch. Come on, fold, say it. Goodness me, I don't think he has. Speechless.
He's aiming for the left.
For any new viewers, whenever the cue ball gets close to the cushion, Neil Fold usually says, well, he's lost the cue ball a touch. But this is a really tricky chance because there are so many reds that are just tied up with one another. It's really close. I want to get the black back on its spot, but the problem is his position for a red from there. You could argue position for a red from anywhere, to be honest. I think blue's the most simple shot. Might not be for position, but certainly is for a pot. I think we just leave it around by where the blue goes. And then you've got a little bit of scope for a few options then. But this is a very bizarre frame how it's worked out with this safety battle, how tight the reds have become. That's a good chance. Needs to play it soft though. Just about drops in.
14.
Again, Does the black actually go here? Don't think it does. I wasn't going to play anyway, but just for that peace of mind that potentially we could.
Long pot, right up his street.
I mean, the positive about this is that we do muck this up. That it's not a great chance for anybody to come in. But I think, to be quite honest, we're making the most we can out of this at the moment.
No issues there.
Brimming with confidence and on a bit of a roll at the moment.
Problem is, what shot do we play after this? We go for the straight pink. Try and get it fairly close to the black cushion. And we can get on this red. Positionally, it's going to be tough though after this, so just gotta hope that we get a bit of luck. And I think we just about do. Certainly on the blue. Can't get to the pink, which probably would have been the easier shot, but we can just about get to the blue. But this is all oh so tight. If we win the frame off this, I think we ought to get a medal. It's really been just to make it up as you go along. That's tight, but I'm not going to go for it. That's one more out of the way. Don't want to be right next to this pink if we can avoid it. Huh, that's exactly what we've ended up being. Okay. Hit and hope time then.
Lots of power on this shot.
Tremendous pot. Brilliant.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot.
What's happened there? Pink's not going to cover that pocket, and I think, yeah, we're pretty near the black spot. So that's worked. Again, hit and hope just works sometimes. Oh my god, this has been a bizarre frame. There aren't many I've played like this.
37.
And amazingly, we only got a lead of 21 points. But once again, we're in a little bit of a predicament.
Well, he's taking it on.
Good eye for a pot though there.
I'm pretty sure
Position's
that's
not great.
he was intending.
I think that's probably end of break.
41.
In fact, I pretty much know it's end of break, but get back up to the bulk and we're pretty safe.
Neil Robertson, 41.
What a bizarre first frame. Already nearly, well, over 10 minutes into this, and we've got now close to finding a winner of this frame. Oh, black's blocking the pocket. Do we go for a shot to nothing?
Tricky shot here.
I think we do.
No,
Ooh.
not quite. Pretty close though.
Just
That
about
was
missed
right.
it. Are we going to get the cover we need from the blue ball? I always think it's... I don't know if it's me and blame my brains wide, but I always find it tricky to tell from above the table. But obviously from this view you can see the red went. But you got very close to the blue there, so it wasn't obvious.
That's right out of the top drawer.
So it's a good chance now, but it's got to be soft on the blue, and he's not playing it, so unless he just played it and made a really bad mistake on it, I'm not sure. But it's a good safety, actually, to be fair to him. We don't want to play an unintentional plant on the black, really. Come on, come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. That'll do. I can't see him going for the red on the cushion just because of how close it is to the cushion. And I think either of us know that if... Oh, he's going to go for it. And he was right to.
What a shot that
Well,
is.
that's a tremendous shot. And finally, the black can be moved from that horrible position. But he's not on a red. He's going to try and play this to the top pocket. Well, if he gets this in, fair dues, unless he just gives it a tap, perhaps. I mean, well, I don't know what he's played there.
Stephen Maguire, 8.
Did he try and get the snooker? I'm really not sure. But I feel like this is worth a little tap into the middle. Easy does it. Just avoids him getting 8 points, and it's there.
That was no more than a half chance.
Position didn't need to be perfect.
Great stuff.
We lead by
Very happy
17.
with the position here.
1.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
I might as well just thought we'd get down the table. But don't snooker yourself. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I can deal with that.
6.
It's just a simple case of
Pace
playing
is
up to the
very
red.
important here, and he doesn't want to underhit this.
Neil Robertson.
Cracker.
6.
22 ahead, 35 remaining. Oh, he's moved the pink. Is he going to come to regret that? Can we get to the red? We can, but not for a pot. How's our luck? Go on, Brown. Come on, Brown. Come on, Brown.
That's what he was
Oh,
attempting.
lovely.
Pace of this shot is absolutely key.
Does he get out? Yeah, he does. Good to escape that. Did as much as he could there. But shot to nothing time. This is a really tricky pot, so we're going to play this with an element of safety.
This into the left corner pocket.
Get it back up to the bulk cushion if we miss. But it's there.
Nicely done.
Fantastic pot.
He seems full of
And with a
confidence.
colour, that should be the first frame. But my God, we had to work for that.
1.
And what sort of lead have we got now? 23. So Brown will mean that you can only force a respot. But I'd rather go for a pot that we can get rather than trying to confirm the frame now and it all end in tears.
Nicely onto the colour.
5.
But what a bizarre first frame this has been. Again, I can't think of any frame in a match that I've played that's been like this. I've had tight, scrappy frames, but that just puts a new
Shuts the door on his opponent in this
description
frame.
on tight and scrappy.
7.
What a top shot that is.
10.
If any of the frames to come are like that, my God, we're in for a good game. But it's us who takes the lead at 1-0. It was a good frame. I felt like we deserved it for the way that we, I think, got 32, didn't we, out of that really tricky and awkward chance with where the reds were just all over the place
Decent
in terms of
positional
being I mean, all over the place isn't really a good description
19.
for things that are close together, is it? But in terms of all over the place where we had to go to position ourselves for them. But nevertheless, it's been a good clearance
25.
from that last red. And in the end, it wasn't even close. And we take the first frame. And it's 1-0.
32. And the first frame.
My God, that must have probably been one of the longest frames I've ever played on Snooker 19. Wow. But it's just a break.
Nudged in front.
Be gutting to work hard for all that and then just
Second frame.
lose it by a silly break off. But the fans are being treated.
This safety would be a test of his skills.
Good break off. What's his safety like? Where's the cue ball going? He's okay. Ooh, that's a potential tap into the corner pocket, but we all know that from past experience that sometimes doesn't work. So we're just going to play a safety. Whatever you do, don't hit the blue. Oh, unbelievable. So it's Maguire again who's going to be in first. Surely he's going to go for this
Could have
pot.
played it better.
No, he's not. Wow. That's unbelievable. Clearly thought the safety was the better option, and well, I'm glad Maguire is right about that. Certainly got a better idea of defence than I have. As probably shown by that shot. Could have just played the one that was below on the black cushion. Wouldn't have had all this split.
Again, who will make the first mistake?
He's not playing a safety though here, he's going for the pot. And that's a beautiful pot.
That's a good opening red.
So what can he make off this opportunity? Because he could only make 19 last time out, and that's what was the problem. That's what prevented him getting anything, but he's only made 7 off that opportunity,
Stephen Maguire.
and that's a safety gone wrong. So, playing a bit of a combination of safety and pot. Shot to nothing. And it's there.
Oh, that's a top shot. Outstanding potting.
Wouldn't go that far, but huh. I think I'm gonna cut my losses here.
She's attempting to get the white tucked in behind the yellow.
Just gonna go for the snooker. Didn't have much confidence with that, so the safe shot is sometimes just worth taking. You can get out of this more than easy enough, but as you can see, it's a handsome chance to get more of a break going than we would have done before. So, always a good idea when you're struggling. Didn't realise this was snooker school, and it's certainly not! Because you wouldn't play that sort of a shot in snooker school, would you? Cannoned off the red and went in off. Well, for a few seconds there I thought it was advantage us. We could have potentially got a frame winning clearance, but that was, well, a disaster. But he's missed the red! Goodness me. Back and forth and back and forth.
I want this to drop into the centre pocket.
So we've now got to make Steve Maguire pay, in my opinion. That was an opportunity to potentially, in another game, another time, go 2-0 up. But
Well, I'm not surprised he's taking on the long pot here.
it's now our chance, because we won the last frame, to go 2-0 up.
Trademark long pot there. Such talent.
This is trickier than I thought it would be.
Very well.
But it's there. Has he lost the cue ball a touch?
A little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
Oh no, he's changed his tact. He's changed his line. Obviously getting bored of the whole... he's lost the cue ball a touch.
Nicely positioned for the red.
15.
Question is, Neil folds, which red? Because the black's potentially on next time out, but I don't really want to take the risk. And unfortunately, we haven't got that trademark blue, which we always use the strategy of. So
Not the best shot.
we've also underhit that, underscrewed it. So I was going to go for the pot on the green, but hindsight tells me that that's not great to do. So just going to play a safety on the green. The aim is getting it behind the brown, but I think we've overhit it too much for that. And he's got a potential pot on.
Neil Robertson, 16.
But it is a long pot. He's missed a few today, and he's missed that one as well.
Not this time. Close,
But it felt like a shot to nothing because he's left the cue ball fairly safe. And the beauty with that is that really we can't, unless we muck this up, we can't leave too much on.
He's played that very well.
I'll tell you something, I've never had to play so much safety. That's a good one though. That's a good safety. I liked the idea what he was going for there as well.
He's playing the pot here.
I think it... is he? Oh, that just distracted me completely. Well, I'll tell you something, I wasn't playing the pot and we've missed it.
That'll annoy him.
That distracted me completely. So we underhit that, and that's annoying. By going, hey, I wasn't going for a pot, but whatever. But there's a good chance for a plant, isn't there, I would say. It's a risk, really is, but if it pays off, I think it could be big. And it's there. Where's the cue ball going to end up, though? It's okay. It was a big risk to take, that was. It was an opportunity that could have given Steve Maguire the frame. As you can see, the reds are well split now. But given how close that red was to the pocket, I'm shocked that Maguire didn't think about the potential of a plant when he played the safety.
3.
Would quite like to get blue back onto its spot, but that's not my main priority.
4.
If we work too hard at that, I think we'll lose sight of what's important, and that's the frame. Tight shot, but it's there. Good pot.
10.
Going to be a fairly low scoring frame here. Not hugely. Annoying that pink won't go to the middle. Oh, will it? It will. Hallelujah.
$11.
Playing to the middle pocket with pace is never something you want to do. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the benefit of the doubt and just move the ball a little bit. And that might well have led to the pot there.
17.
We only played the pace really to get on this red. Wouldn't have otherwise.
He's looking to pop this into the left corner pocket. What a top pot that was.
This is a decent chance
Really
now.
impressive cueing.
18.
He's playing for the right corner here.
Again, I think Maguire's probably just got a little bit unlucky. He's played certainly a lot better than the scores show at the moment.
24.
We've overhit that a little.
25.
Should still be okay into the middle pocket. I'm just going to have a look. Does the red go to the other middle pocket? Yes, it does.
He's taking this on.
Seems a
to
good
the
strategy
right
to get that out of the way as well.
Nicely done.
31.
Now we can get the pink, which would be a lot easier, of course, because the red's out of the way. But we've underhit that as well. We've not played that too well. Maybe there's some scope to go for the black here. I think there is. But the way we're going to position this only leads to one shot being on. So it's a risk. This, definitely. We've underhit it, but it looks okay. In fact, it looks pretty much perfect.
39.
important pot here.
40.
I mean, I haven't said it, but that's,
Half chance.
for me, my calculations are 46 ahead. There's only 43 on the table. So that should be enough to win the second frame.
Fabulous effort. That's a great pot.
So we've done well with this opportunity. Breaker 43 so far.
So, this pot into
Just the
right
two reds
corner.
to go. And now just one.
That's a top shot.
We're in some nice form at the moment. Really happy with the way we're playing. Not ideal on that because it is so close to the cushion, but it's potable. And again, there isn't really much risk. He's not going to come back to the table now. He's 57 behind with 35 left on. And that's now 27.
Nicely onto the colour.
52.
So a potential break of 87 on here. Don't think we'd have predicted that with the awkwardness of some of the shots so far. But we've done well to command this to a 2-0 lead. Puts us really in control.
Colours to go.
We'll make Maguire sweat and maybe make a few
Top
bad
shot.
decisions.
Well played.
61.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
Blue's not been touched all frame. Poor Blue.
64.
Now we're quite going to queue for this. It's going to be a tricky shot along the along cushion.
Well, he's taking it on.
But it doesn't go, it doesn't matter. And it's not there, but it doesn't matter. Great frame from us, a break. If it was 87 on, was it a break of 69 then in the end?
Robertson, 60.
I think it was, but a brilliant break. And we lead Stephen Maguire by 2 frames to 0 with a margin of 3 frames. So if we win one in the next 3, we're through to the semis.
Starting to turn the screw.
And of course, bear in mind, I know that a lot of this has been overshadowed by our success at the Shanghai Masters, but ultimately, a semi-final will be the furthest we've got to in a ranking event this season. Oh, he's only just got away with that, you know, getting behind the brown. We've overhit that, but that might not be to our negative. I don't know what the word would be. I don't know what the word would be actually there. What's the negative version of like credit? I don't know. That's why I'm not a commentator, but I'll tell you what, I can commentate on that. That was a strange choice of shot. Just went for the whack there, and it's almost like Steve Maguire's given up. That's the shot of a man who's desperate. Not the shot of a man who's trying to be composed and work his way back in. Just almost, oh, sod it, I'm going to give this a whack. Wow. That was a poor shot from the Maverick. And out of the 3 frames so far, this is by far our best chance.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
Can still easily mess this up though.
Tremendous pot.
He's queuing extremely well here.
4.
Really well played.
10.
Gonna go for this to the middle actually.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket.
Thought I'd change my mind and get that out of the way. Not the best position. It was always going to be tough to judge. Maybe hindsight might say that was the wrong shot to take, but who knows. But this is a tight cut on the green. We've not missed much all day, to be honest, and hitting that brown is not the worst thing we've done either.
Played that any better.
A little harder and we'd have struggled. We wouldn't have been on this thread, but we are.
Now, can he drop this?
And every red we take, every colour we take, his points were taken away from Maguire and minimising his chance of getting back in the match.
Queuing there.
15.
Really enjoyed this match so far, though. Will that red go to the corner pocket? Just want to check, don't want to look daft. Yes, it will. Okay, fine, me taking that on then.
Simple.
Needed really to have a better angle though.
20.
Potential plant on here, but I feel like the red that we could get the plant on is a little bit too far away in terms of to the pocket being parallel. So I think we'll go for this tight one on the cushion actually.
Shot along the cushion.
Easy does it.
What a
And it's
beautiful
there.
shot that is.
What about that for a positional shot?
And now we've got a bit of awkward queuing to do. Hopefully it'll work out okay. Brilliant, I think.
28.
Yes, that's fine. That will do.
$29.
And now we can potentially go and open up these reds. That's not a bad shot.
Yeah.
Leaves a
played it
few
well.
on.
35.
We're starting to play well here. First frame was scrappy. Second frame, again, fairly scrappy. But this frame, it's been all us so far.
36. $42.
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
Well, that's left him a little awkward there.
43.
No real problem.
It is a little bit awkward, I agree. And that really isn't any better.
49.
I think seeing the lead we've got, it could be a risk, and if we lose this match 3-2, it could well be a bad choice of shot, but I'm going to have a punt on this red. Looks okay. And it's in.
What a beauty.
Didn't think it would. Felt like it was going to hit that one jaw and go out, but
50.
generally speaking, as long as you don't hit both jaws, you're usually okay.
He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on.
But the good rewards for that shot were plentiful. That's why I went for it.
55.
And the red and the colour won't do it. Will they do it yet? No, won't quite do it yet. Getting ahead of myself a little. Overhit that as well.
62.
Well, this red will do it, and it's a long way back from Maguire, so it's worth a punt, but it's a tricky one. I think that's a little bit off. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit off. So Maguire's got a chance to come back into this,
Neil Robertson, 60.
but as you can see, it's a long way back. So can't quite win it in one visit there. But he's got the one red.
1.
With the green, he only has 1 point as leeway, and what I mean by that is that there's only 59 left on the table now. Only 59 left, and he's 58 behind, so he can only really afford to play one pink to drop 1 point, or else he'd have to go for the snooker tactic. He's going to play the brown, so with 51 left on the table, he's 53 behind now, and yeah, he is going for that tactic of playing a snooker, which isn't too much of a surprise. We all know how good I am at getting out of a snooker, but as long as we get out of it. A little bit awkward though here by the fact that blue's in the way as well, particularly these reds. We want to play a swerve shot.
A foul here will open the door for his opponent.
Well, we've hit the red. We got out of it. So he still needs a snooker. Still needs foul points from us. He's 50 feet free behind. There are 51 left on the table. So he has to get a snooker to win this match. And he's not got it. So might as well go shot to nothing time. I don't think he'll come back if we pot this. And it's there.
Fabulous pot that is.
Great pot. And that should be it for the game. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Really confident now as we go into the quarters. Sorry, the semis. Goodness me. Played brilliantly to get where we are. Need to keep that up.
8.
But Maguire's been a little bit of an unlucky opponent today.
He's taking this on to the right middle.
He's not played badly at all.
He's played that very well.
14. 15.
Certainly hasn't played bad enough to be beaten 3-0. But he's made a few mistakes, and as we know, it only takes one mistake a frame and your opponent's in, and it can just happen sometimes like that. That won't go, so I'm going to have to get a bit inventive here and just come off the cushion, try it. Again, doesn't hurt to experiment with new shots. That's not worked too badly.
23.
Now, can he drop this into the right corner?
No risk, of course, for any of these shots. We've won the match now. We've overhit that. But again, we might as well just go for it. Might as well try. Put it into the left corner. Who knows, we might surprise ourselves. A little bit of a tighter cut than I thought.
He's
And it's there. It's dropped in.
30.
It's just the 3 last colours to go. This has been a really good match. I've really enjoyed it. Even though it's been one-sided in terms of the scores, I'll never forget that first frame for a long while. Admittedly, a lot of these games you forget pretty quickly, but that was a brilliant frame of safety. We came out on top, just.
41.
But Steve Maguire could very much have done so, and it makes me wonder what a different game it might have been if he'd have come out on top in that frame. But with that black, we secured the win. We have beaten the Maverick with strength. We've beaten him by 3 frames to 0 in best of 5, and we are through to the last 4 of the Evergrande China Championship. As you can see, he didn't score many points in the match, actually, only 46 points. So, again, I think they always say the stats don't lie, but Maguire was certainly a little bit unlucky there. So let's see who we face in the semi-finals of the China Championship. Ooh, okay. Ding Junhui, we faced him in the quarter-final of the Punta Classic and came off second best, but look at that prize money. If we win this match and get through to the final, it's 75 grand. Now, we've already won 32, which hopefully will put us above Brissell. I can't see that he'd have gone to the quarters, but if we win the semi, obviously that puts us projected in front of Kyron Wilson. Of course, these rankings only update at the end of the tournament, but what's for certain is that unless we face Jack Lazowski in the final, if we win the final, we'll be up to 8th in the rankings, back to where we've been usually. It's a long way off the prize money of the likes of Selby and Trump, but you've got to start somewhere, and I really think this tournament is a brilliant opportunity. I look forward to playing against Ding, and as you can see, we're on a really good run of 9 wins in a row. Can we make it 10 against Ding and get into our second consecutive final in 2 tournaments? But thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll be back in a few days with that semi-final against the Dragon, Ding Junhui. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. But until the next time, thank you for watching. Thank you for your company. Be safe, stay well, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye for now.